Yes guys, what is going on? Hope we're all good and welcome back to the Sports Centre. Question for you. Once again, I'm asking, have you subscribed? If not, why not? Please, please, please get over to the channel, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. Now, today, off the back of international break, I think we're all ready for a bit of Premier League or Championship football for those of us that support teams in those two divisions. I know I am. I've missed it. But because if anyone has seen my last two videos, I was kind of saying that I was falling out of love with international football a bit, and that's kind of the case. But listen, give props where props is due. England played a tough opposition in Andorra. Low block, hard to play against. Grinded a result, fair enough. I didn't expect anything less than what it was. The game went exactly how I thought. Serbia away, I don't think any of us could have predicted that we would go away and basically walk all over them. 5-0, absolute brilliant result. Great team performance, and I have to give a shout out to Noni Madueke because I thought he was the best player on the pitch in both games. So shout out to Madueke. I rate him as a player, I really do, and I think Arsenal have got a class signing there as a replacement. And look, I don't even like calling him that because, I mean, we all know he's going to be an understudy to Saka, but he's going to push Saka hard. And if Saka keeps picking up these hamstring injuries, like, it's a bit of a common and a reoccurring theme at the moment, Madueke is definitely going to get his chances in an Arsenal shirt. But we're not talking about Arsenal today. We're sticking with the international scene. And I want to talk about one player in particular, and that is Reece James. Because I was surprised, to say the least, that Trent wasn't even in the England squad. And listen, this is nothing to do with any kind of club bias towards Trent, obviously with him being an ex-Liverpool player. Because at the end of the day, he left Liverpool under a bit of a grey cloud, to be honest, and I'm neither pro or against Trent now, but what I am pro for as an England fan is putting the best players on the pitch. And I have to say, Trent Alexander-Arnold is a far better all-round player, all-round game, than Reece James. And I want to look, done a little bit of digging here, done a little bit of research, you know, because at the end of the day, I don't just want to come and give my opinion. I want to back it up with a few stats, because I think that's only right. So over the last few years, Reece James has been in competition for the place as starting right back for England. And his competition has been Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier. And take away all the stuff about Trippier playing left back and all that bollocks. Trippier's a right back. He was in competition. He's played many games for England at right back. Reece James gets the nod in these recent ones. Now, I've gone back and I've kind of looked. I've looked at the figures here about minutes on the pitch for the club. I've looked at goals and I've looked at assists, because listen, at the end of the day, whether you're a defender, it's very hard to get stats, and especially on fullbacks, for comparing, like, as a defender, clean sheets, say for example, a defender, a centre half and a goalkeeper, you'll judge them on clean sheets. I think as a right back and a left back, as fullbacks, you almost judge them now on what they're producing going forwards more rather than what they're doing going backwards. So that's what I've looked at, because at the end of the day, I think Reece James and Trent, they're all very similar in terms of what they do. Albeit, I think one of them is an all-round, completely better footballer than the rest. But I'll circle back to that. So just looking at, going back 3 years now, because I think Kieran Trippier's played for Newcastle. He's had 3.5 full seasons. So we'll go back 3 years to the full seasons. Now, 22-23. Kieran Trippier played 38 games for Newcastle in the league, over 3,300 minutes. Kyle Walker, 27, nearly 2,000 minutes. Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool, 37, nearly 3,000 minutes. Reece James, 16 times for Chelsea, just over 1,200 minutes. And within that, he got 1 goal and 1 assist. Kieran Trippier got 7 assists. Kyle Walker got no goals, no assists. Trent Alexander-Arnold got 2 goals and 9 assists. Tell me the standout player there. Trent, consistently on the pitch, plays pretty much every single game. I think in this 1 game there for Liverpool in the Premier League season, got 2 goals and 9 assists. 9 assists. Okay. Next season, 23-24. Trippier plays 28 games, 2,240 minutes. Kyle Walker, 32 games, 2,768 minutes. And Trent plays 28 games, 2,162 minutes. Reece James played 10 games, 419 minutes. Within that, he got no goals, 2 assists. Trent got 3 goals, 4 assists. Walker got no goals, 4 assists. And Trippier had a sterling season on assists that year. 1 goal, 10 assists. 10 assists for that. Again, Reece James' stats are the lowest in terms of goals and assists, and they're the lowest in terms of minutes on the pitch and games played. Go to last season. Reece James, I'll start in as I've continued. So Trippier, 25 games, just over 1,300 minutes. Kyle Walker, 15 games. He was obviously kind of coming towards the end of his career there. He's played 967, not even 1,000 minutes. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 33 games, 2,377 minutes. Reece James, 19 games, 1,036 minutes. Reece James got 1 goal, 1 assist. Trent got 3 goals, 6 assists. Walker got blanks across the board. And Trippier, no goals, 9 assists. So Trippier, again, having a really good season in terms of that assists. He got 9 and he got 10 the following season. But again, Reece James, not even 20 games, just over 1,000 minutes played. Now, to me, I get it. When it comes to international, I totally get it. Sometimes you have to adapt given the opposition you're playing. But given the opposition we was playing this week, there was no reason whatsoever for Thomas Tuchel to play Reece James over Trent, other than the fact I think that he's managed him at Chelsea. That's all I can think of. The fact that he's his Chelsea buddy from a few years gone by. He's his boy. He's his boyo, and he's picked him to play for England. Now, don't get me wrong, Reece James has got some decent honours under his belt. One of them being a Champions League and I think a couple of Super Cups, if my memory serves me right. He's now the captain of Chelsea, which I think is ridiculous. The fact that he can't even get on the pitch, but he's a captain of Chelsea. It was like Jimmy Redknapp when he was captain at Liverpool and they had him doing the fucking FA Cup lift in his suit. He says to this day it was one of the most embarrassing moments he ever did. And Reece James is going down a similar route with Chelsea. And I get, as I was just saying and I just alluded to, I understand if we was playing a Brazil or a Spain where you've got potentially a Vinicius Jr. or a Nico Williams going up against Trent Alexander-Arnold, then I would think, do you know what? Maybe have a look at Reece James. Maybe have a look at Kieran Trippier. But not when we're playing Andorra and not when we're playing Serbia. And especially Andorra when they know and we know they're going to be playing a low block. They're not going to be coming out at all. And we're going to have all the possession. All the possession. I think we had nearly 70, over 70 maybe possession in that game. Someone let me know in the comments. It was a ridiculous stat, I think, about in what we had possession for that game. But what I'm trying to say is Trent was the perfect choice for that game to unlock a defence with a set piece, a quick pass, wrap it into a midfielder's feet to then get into in between the lines. You know what I'm talking about. Trent's shit hot at that. That is Trent's game all day long. And I think we've gone from Gareth Southgate having his favourites like Harry Maguire and all those. We all know the rest. Thomas Tuchel looks like he's got his favourites. Marcus Rashford being one and Reece James potentially being another. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Do you agree with me or not? The proof's in the pudding, I think, but let me know in the comments below and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. I'll catch you in a bit.